Joining us this morning, first on CNBC, is HPE's President and CEO, Antonio Neri. Antonio, great to have you back. Results, I would argue, at least from street commentary, look pretty constructive given the weakness on the consumer side. Can you sort of just frame AI and what it's doing for the company?
Sure. Good morning, Carl and Courtney. Thanks for having me this morning. We are very pleased with the progress we have made as a company to structurally shift the portfolio of our revenue and margin. So we continue to grow revenue and expand gross margin. And that's driven by the momentum we have in the Intelligent Edge, which now represents 20% of the total company revenue and almost 50% of the company profit. And also HPE GreenLake, as you know, we have spoken about this, which is our flagship product, the cloud product. And obviously, AI now is in the mind of everyone. When I talk to customers, everybody wants to embed AI in everything they do. And we saw a wave of demand in Q3, which translated into some significant wins. And we have not even started recognizing the revenue those are wins. So that will be an accelerator of our journey. But customers all very anxious to adopt these technologies and looking at a company like us because they allow them to train and tune and put these models to productions.
So Intelligent Edge is up 50 year on year, about 20% of total company revenue. How high does that number get?
Well, remember, we have been on a journey here for the last 5 years. In 2018, I said that the enterprise of the future will be edge-centric, cloud-enabled, and data-driven. And boy, we were right about that edge. We more than doubled the revenues in 5 years. And if you go back to the acquisition of Aruba, which I did in 2015, that has tripled. And now is very clearly, isolated our numbers with 20% of the revenue. Now, we keep adding new capabilities to the platform and expanding the TAM. Obviously, don't expect to grow 53% every single quarter. We grew 5 consecutive quarters in high double digits, but we expect that business to contribute a very sizable part of our revenue and profit growth as we go forward.
Antonio, a lot of the sell side notes this morning are fairly positive about the backlog continuing to release. What are your expectations for that going forward?
Yeah, Courtney, I mean, when we enter Q3, we had an order book, which was 1.5 times pre-pandemic levels. And because with the momentum, we saw the edge and improvement as well in compute and storage, which improved sequentially, meaning the demand improved across those segments as well. But obviously driven by the AI and GreenLake momentum we have, actually the exit of Q3 is now sitting at 2 times pre-pandemic level. And so that's a huge momentum for us because that allows us to deliver on our commitment in Q4, which will provide a very strong guidance, which actually raises the midpoint of the non-GAAP diluted earnings per share another 3 pennies, and then give us the momentum in 2024, which I expect demand to continue to improve. And also, as we think about AUPs, will continue to improve because of the shift to AI and the content related to software and services.
Antonio, it doesn't really sound like your view of the macro is changing all that much. Are you seeing inflections in anything regarding the pipeline, for example?
No, I think the macro continues to be uncertain in some aspects of the IT market. But I have to say, we're very pleased with the signs of stabilization in compute. Again, we saw sequential improvement at the unit level. That drove double-digit growth in our operational services. We saw for the second consecutive quarter improvement in storage. And obviously AI, which obviously grew triple digits, all delivered to us as a service through GreenLake. So we see that momentum. More time has to come by, but I'm very positive about what we could see in 2024. Also because we have a unique portfolio, Carl. I mean, the HPE GreenLake Cloud grew 122%, and now is actually having in our cumulative TCV almost $12 billion of business, and that improved $1.5 billion quarter over quarter. So there is macro, and then there is us, and I'm focused on us and trying to win share and continue to capture new logos through our differentiated offerings.